Yu-Gi-Oh!
So what is up YouTube, this is Jeremy from Team Bio, and today guys we are going to be doing a TCG ban list discussion. I got a little notepad over here going over the cards I want to discuss in today's video. By the time I'm uploading this, it's probably like 4 or 5 days later. As you guys know, it's been like the coldest place in the world actually right now where I live in the Midwest. I think it was like -31 with a wind chill today, so this is going to be a pretty late upload. I know Texas had like rolling blackouts. Part of Nebraska's, which where I'm from, had rolling blackouts. But yeah, the beanie is because it's cold and because my hair, I ponytailed it and it is very curled. Anyways, onto the ban list. This is the thing that anyone who clicked on this video is here for. I'm going to start off with saying, unban list related, there's not going to be a 6 Samurai deck profile anytime soon, unless there's cards that come off the list for it. So stop asking for that, please. Next, I'm going to go in the opposite order of which people usually do is going banned, limited, semi-limited, unlimited. I'm going to go unlimited to banned, just because I want to be different. I'm going to start with like a 4th category, I guess, is potential to move is what I have it, but no clue where it would go to. Telenite Ptolemaeus, this was banned back in Pepe format. It takes 3 level 4s, and all it does is pretty much summon Cyber Dragon Infinity on your opponent's turn. I don't think that's anywhere near as powerful as it used to be. No one does, and especially with Azathoth being banned, I think that's the only thing that you can really go into to stun your opponent on their turn. So Stellanite Ptolemaeus easily could come off to 1, anywhere between 1 and 3. If anything, they'll probably put it to 1 first and then 2, 3 like they usually do. I could easily see this going as 3, but I believe that's absolutely acceptable to come off. I can't think of any rank 5s that make it too overpowered. Next, Dynamite Knight, the True Draco fighter. Konami's slowly been bringing back the True Draco card, so I think this card could easily come back at anything. I think it's at 1. I don't remember exactly, to be honest. It could come back at 2 or 3. He's the one that sets the trap, or that activates the trap from your deck or adds it to your hand. True Draco just hasn't really been doing too much with stuff like Eldritch being so much more prominent, being with the trap strategy, trap and stunning strategy. Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. I don't know if that's its actual name. The Synchro level 8. This was limited, I believe, in Pepe format because plush fire combos. There's not really much that this deck can really do. The coolest thing it does is I believe it can summon like a Draco Slayer or Draco Overlord from the deck. I guess you got Link fodder for Heavy Metal Foes Electromite if it comes back off of this list, which we'll be discussing later. And along with Ignister, I think Draco Phase Loss should definitely be back at 3. It's good. It gets you a scale or half of your Link 2 for Electromite if Electromite does come back. But you do have to play the brick of playing a Draco Slayer and a Draco Overlord, which I think they were playing Vector back in the day, which Pendulum has evolved so much over the years of Master Rule 4 to 5 that it doesn't seem like it's going to be as strong. Draco Face Off I'm talking about. A Hero Lives is currently limited. My only discussion for this is, bruh, heroes aren't doing anything. Anyways, that can move anywhere past 1, in my personal opinion. Pay half your life points to get ashed, get bodied. Next is Divine Wind of the Mist Valley. The only application I can think of for this card, I might try to have a picture like right around here if I remember to do this while I'm editing. I'm a one-man team. I've got no editors, so it's kind of just choppy editing jobs on my behalf. The only application I can think of this card would be during the end phase. If you're playing Yosenjus, you can summon Stormwind from your deck. So it's just a worse version of Samorg, the Bird of Sovereignty. Anyways, going up the list though, cards I believe that can move to the unlimited status is Delorin. I don't know how to pronounce this card. Tiger King of the Asphyria. I had this in a post I made a couple months ago with the last ban list that I thought it could come to the unlimited status. I didn't know the Asphyria structure deck was not out by then. That's the only reason I said it. With its new errata, the card's not nearly as good as it used to be. I wasn't around when it was as prevalent, but I did play past formats with some of my buddies recently, and it was pretty cool. But with this new errata, I think this card should absolutely be able to come to an unlimited status. What else is on my list? True King's Return. Konami put it from 1 to 2 on the last list. 2 to 3, I don't think it'd be too much of a problem. If they did move it to 2 to 3, I don't think they would move Dynamite Knight, though, from limited status, just because True King's Return just can revive Dynamite Knight, and I believe all the True Dracos have the effect where they don't have to be tribute summoned, you just have to control a tribute summoned monster to activate their effects. I could be wrong, someone correct me down below to the 6 people who are going to watch this video. But yeah, I could see True King's Return coming back to the 3. Semi-limited, not too many cards for this. A lot of people say that the semi-limited list is useless. It's kind of more there, in my opinion, for obviously Destiny Hero Malicious, because that card's absolutely insane, and testing. So I could see Call by the Grave going to 2, or I would like to see Call by the Grave going to 2. Konami's already sold Rise of the Duels with Triple Tactics Talents. I don't see Crossout Designator coming out anytime soon. Like, there's been no official announcements for it. Konami loves to flip back and forth with this card, but I would like to see it at 2. Combo decks have really evolved to the point where if your opponent doesn't have the hand trap, it's kind of a brick, and basically the best hand traps in the game right now are immune to Call by the Grave, being Gamma, which is even Gamma is falling out of dominance with play, Nibiru, Infinite Impermanence. The cards that are moving up in play hand trap wise is Skullmeister, Ghost Bell. Ash has always been played, but I could see Konami bring Call by the Grave back up to a semi-limited status. And the next semi-limit hit would be, I don't know how to pronounce this, called Elixir of the Scarlet Sanguine. I don't edit my videos either. This is all one take. So you're going to see all the spaces. It's going to be a consistency hit towards Eldritch. Eldritch is arguably the strongest deck right now, tied with Volkswagen or Virtual World, whatever you want to call it. If they don't semi-limit it, I would see them limiting it. I think they have to hit Eldritch in some way or form. So my strongest opinion would be they'd probably limit it as opposed to semi-limit it, but semi-limited is what I believe is like a guaranteed at the minimum. They're going to hit it in some way. Limited cards. VFD, True King of All Calamities. I do not think they will ban this card. I think if anything, they're going to limit it just to keep the deck alive for selling the product, because whatever the newest set is, I can't remember. Blazing Vortex, they did release the level 6 virtual world that can make itself become a tuner, and I think they want to keep virtual world semi-prevalent or semi-relevant enough to still make sales on that product. So they're going to, if anything, only limit True King of All Calamities. I would like to see a banned, but I highly doubt it. Cyber Angel Ben 10 is more likely to be limited than banned. I see a lot of people saying that they want it banned. I don't really see that happening. Drytron has really fell off very fast. It was like a one-hit wonder, and then just kind of trickled down. It hasn't really been doing nearly as well. Being able to summon Herald of Ultimate Perfection and what is this? Vanity's Ruler, I believe, the 2 tribute, is really strong, really good, but I just don't see it taking over. Ben 10 would be a huge consistency hit. If we do hit the decks like Virtual World and Eldritch, Drytron would be able to climb up in the ladder and be one of the better decks, so we got to keep a check to all of them. So limiting Cyber Angel Ben 10 is what I believe would be the best hit for that. Firewall Dragon. I did not realize that. Well, I guess I knew that they didn't bring it in recently, but the errata is coming. If it does not get limited in this list, it will be limited by the next list. In April, we are getting an errata for it's going to Ghost Rares from Ghosts of the Past. So if they do not limit it in this list, it will be limited in the next list. This card is absolute garbage with its new errata. You can only special summon a Cyberus monsters from your hand the turn you use its effect, and I think it's once per duel. I could be wrong. But yeah, Firewall Dragon I could see being limited because it's unplayable. Electromite. With the release of Blazing Vortex cards, they had Heavy Metal Foes, got a ton of new support cards. Pendulum has not done anything for years. Triff, you have no idea who I am. I do not blame you. I'm a crappy tier 17 YouTuber. But I could see Electromite coming back. Pendulum has not done anything at all for 3-4 years or something like that. So Electromite coming back to 1 would be absolutely respectable. Mirage Stalio. So the way Salamangreat is played now, if it's kind of a control and then turn 1 it's control and it loses to Nibiru. Turn 2 it kind of just like kills you in one fall swoop. There's only 2 ways to play Salamangreat. If you're playing the Mirage Stalio version with like how Mirage Stalio is basically an MX Saber Invoker bringing out your Salamangreat Gazelle from the deck, you're locked into Fire Monster, so you can't go into your cool plays like Access Code Talker OTKs with your transcode and whatnot. However, if you take out the Mirage Stalio and you play it without it, it does hurt the consistency a little bit with not being able to get direct access to Gazelle, but you are able to go into those OTKs with the Transcode Talker or Update Jammer, Transcode Talker, Access Code Talker, whatever, all that. So Mirage Stalio being limited, I would see absolutely possible. Konami doesn't like the Eternal format, I know, but with Mirage Stalio and Salamangreat, there's 2 completely different playstyles. I could absolutely see this coming back to 1. The next one is kind of a controversial one, I guess, would be Tidal Dragon Ruler of Droplets. People are saying Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Flames, I think, they believe would be the next best one to come off of the list. The reason why I believe Droplets Tidal is more likely to come back than Blaster is because with the release of the Ice Barrier structure deck, they're all water themed, and that's like pretty much my only theory behind it. If you guys remember back in Rising Rampage, whenever that came out, I think that was 2019, we got the Dragoonity link, and that's when they released Tempest. Tempest is a wind dragon monster, so it goes very well with Dragoonities that are not all dragons, they're dragons and winged beast, I believe. So they brought Tempest back to help support that. I could potentially see them using Tidal as like a gateway to get into the Salamangreat, excuse me, Ice Barriers to help boost their power a little bit, because Ice Barriers are awful. The best you can do is summon Hulk pretty much, and that's it. My cats are eating, so ignore that background noise. I'm not editing that out. But yeah, that's about it. All I have for Tidal. Dragon Rose got to come back, except for Redox. Miscellaneous, this is controversial to a lot of people. They say dinos are just one hit, try to kill. Misc is kind of unfair. It's balanced towards its, what is it called? Typing dinosaurs, I guess. It's just the cards that it brings out, the fact that it can protect all your monsters from like Nibiru, your Imperms, your not DD Crows, I guess. It protects from most hand traps except for like Ghost Spell, Skullmeister. It protects you from Gamma. So that blanket protection is really good, and in my opinion is kind of unfair. The thing I'm more worried about is the Banish effect, being able to tutor out your Animador Arctosaur directly from your deck and getting that free search. Yeah, Misc, I think, can go to 1. Things that I do not believe will be coming off of the list. Harp Horror. I do not think this will come back anytime soon. Maybe within the next year, it would be nice. I personally would love to see Harp Horror come back to 1. I like Orcus. I think it's a very fun deck. But I do not think Konami was a big enough fan of the Eternal format, and I do not think that they are going to be wanting to bring this card back anytime soon. And the same with Thunder Dragon Colossus. It was a literal mistake on legs. The fact that you can throw Nemesis Corridor basically into any deck that you want. It's a super one situational card, I know, but the fact that literally any deck can make Thunder Dragon Colossus if they just splash in a small Nemesis engine is absolutely insane. I don't think Thunder Dragon Colossus will be coming off the list anytime soon. Next for banned, very unlikely, but I only have 2, is, I talked about them earlier, True King of All Calamities and Ben 10. I don't think these will get banned, but if they did get banned, it would not surprise me. Like I previously said, True King of All Calamities and Ben 10 might go to 1 at the worst. I do not believe either of them will be banned though. And cards that will not be banned is LP. Dragon Link is nowhere near as prominent as it was last year this time, still during the COVID times. Dragon Links kind of just fell off with the loss of Link Cross and a lot of the good tuner hits for Hulk. So LP I do not feel like is going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Hulk, it's too new still, even though it's almost, I think it's almost a year old. Genuinely have no clue. The targets it summons are pretty subpar at best. Duskwat 001 I believe is the best target right now, and all that does is get you into the Auroradon plays, and then it's an Nibiru bait in my personal opinion. Hulk I do not think is nearly as good as it was when it was dominant from Jet Synchron, Mecha Phantom Beasto Lion, Steam the Cloak, the one card Hulk combos. And then Dragoon. Unlikely, but I could see it getting limited. I didn't want to put it in my limited status because I don't think they'll touch this card at all. However, I know that, what is it, the Guru Dragoons player, whatever, won a recent LCS, I think is what they're called, a recent tournament, remote duel tournament. At worst, I think they would limit this card to nothing more, nothing less, or nothing more. Dragoon is a very strong boss monster. However, I just do not see it getting banned, limited at the most. I hope you guys enjoyed my 17-minute long discussion. It's cold. I've got nothing else to say. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like the video, comment down below what you guys think about my predictions. I'm not very fancy with editing, so I'm not even going to put, you'll probably see this by the time. All these pictures are going to be like random Pokemon cards and Digimon maybe. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Recognize when I wreck a mic, leaving all y'all mesmerized. Killing instrumentals, but nobody wanna testify. In his prime, I think someone better check the guy. Always spitting heat, the beat gon' be hard to identify. Stress minds and wreck mics and leave with the best lines. My sex life is great cause I spit like a Tech 9. Stomp competition, beat them with the lead pipe. Sleep on you rappers just like it's my bedtime. You already know that old big bro from the west side. Got you hoes smoking on my flow like a meth pipe. Forever cold, I'll eat your soul like a death site. Headed to the top, shining brighter than a headlight. You better recognize I'm about to go off, putting on a show and I ain't even trying to show off. Here's the red dot, the shot, and kill Rudolph. Call me James Bond, cause I killed it with a suit on.